The high school football season is now underway. We had some games to get us going last week, and everyone is ramping up this week. As such, the MaxPreps Top 25 is out. And one of those teams set to ramp things up, St. John Bosco, who are the team that everyone is chasing, at least for this week. They opened their season at Allen on Friday, and with Mater Dei winning easily this past week, there is already pressure on the number one team before they've even played a second of the 2022 season. Here's the top 10 of that top 25 list. Mater Dei at number 2, but for how long? They were the only team in the top 5 to play this past week. St. Francis, IMG Academy, and St. Thomas all opening their seasons this week. Bishop Gorman and Centennial also winners this week. Centennial winning a squeaker, 85-0 over Santiago. Let's talk high school football with Zack Poff and Steve Montoya, our two MaxPreps high school football experts. As mentioned, St. John Bosco get things rolling this week in Texas. Zack, what are you expecting from Bosco this week, especially with Mater Dei laying down a marker in their opener?
And I think when you look at it, too, it's California versus Texas. And, you know, Bosco is well aware of what Mater Dei did in 2021 when they went out to Texas and beat a very good Duncanville team 45-3. So I think they want to start this season off just like Mater Dei did last year. Go out to Texas, make a big-time statement, and they want to show why, hey, you know, we're the preseason number one team for a reason. They're loaded with depth, and a guy I got circled that I can't wait to see is linebacker Kingston Villiamo-Asa. This is a dude who tore his ACL as a freshman last season. I think he's chomping at the bit to get out there and make a bunch of plays in this game. But, you know, Allen High School, this is a stadium, $60 million stadium, holds 20,000 people. The environment's going to be amazing. And I think St. John Bosco wants to keep all of those Allen fans very, very quiet. And, you know, Bosco, I think, is going to win this game big. But I think they just want to kind of set that statement and begin the year rolling high. And, you know, they got some big games coming up, but this one they've had circled for a very, very long time.
Hang on, Zack, who is that name that you had circled again?
Kingston Villiamo-Asa. He's a 4-star junior linebacker. The dude gets after it. And, hey, you know, they got Mateo Uyunglele. They got a bunch of other dudes. And then on offense, you got Pierce Clarkson. But, you know, Kingston's a dude I can't wait to see, man.
I wanted to see if you could actually do that name perfect twice, and you can. So I know who to come to for the pronouncers.
Hey, I probably couldn't spell it, though.
Good point. Good point. All right, Steve, what about Mater Dei? They won big. So did Bishop Gorman. They meet this week. What did those wins last week tell you about what we can expect to see in that game this week?
Yeah, it's going down in Vegas, baby. What last week showed me is you got two really good football teams with incredible defenses. Both teams held their opponents to under 100 yards total in the game. And that includes Bishop Gorman, who played a Corner Canyon team that put up over 40 points. Zack Wilson's brother was on Corner Canyon. They really shut him down. So it's a battle of two really good defenses, but, I mean, the offenses are really loaded as well. All over the field. This is our game of the week for sure because it involves two top 10 teams, but there's a lot of really good games this weekend. But this is the marquee one. Quarterbacks, very good quarterbacks, both sophomore All-Americans coming back this year. Elijah Brown from Mater Dei has yet to lose a game in his prep career. He threw 5 touchdowns last week. And then Micah Alihada for Bishop Gorman. He's a very good quarterback as well. So obviously you look at the quarterbacks always in games, but the defenses, don't sleep on them. Very good game.
Mater Dei won 42-0 in their season opener, and that is going to be a good one against Bishop Gorman. All right, number 4 IMG Academy open up against number 14 Miami Central. Zack, how big is this clash, and who is this game bigger for?
You know, I would say Miami Central, actually, because they want to go out and prove, hey, we can hang with the IMG Academies, the St. Francis Academies, and those type of programs. And I'll tell you what, Jeremy, Miami Central, they got some dogs on that squad. Like, they want to go out and make a statement. And one dude I love is Ruben Bain. He's a 4-star edge rusher. This dude, you know, according to the stats that their coaches put in, he had 29 sacks last season, led the entire state of Florida. But IMG Academy, man, this is a different animal. Last week they played the Kickoff Classic game against Venice. It doesn't technically count like towards the record, but I'll just say this: 5-star Ohio State commit Carnell Tate, he housed the opening kickoff, and they handled Venice pretty easily. But with IMG Academy, it all starts on the offensive line. You know, they arguably got the best offensive line in the country. You got 5-star Miami commit Francis Maigoa. This dude could probably play college football already. That's how good and big this dude is. He's very physical. But IMG's loaded, man. They got 25 dudes in the classes of 2023 and 2024 that are rated as a 3-star recruit or higher on 24/7 Sports, and most of those dudes are 4 and 5 stars. So this is going to be a statement game for IMG because they want to prove, hey, we're better than Modern Day, we're better than St. John Bosco, we're better than St. Francis Academy. And if they can make a statement against Miami Central and win big, that'll be an eye-opener for sure for the Ascenders.
And to your point about Central, I mean, 3 consecutive state titles, and you went through IMG, how loaded they are for the classes of 23 and 24 in terms of what they're going to be producing for college football. Steve, things get rolling in Texas this week. Who are a few of the teams that we should be keeping an eye on as the season begins there?
Yeah, Texas is always a loaded state. I mean, they have 15 of the top 100 teams in the state heading into the year. Number 7, Austin Westlake is the highest ranked team, and they should be. I mean, they have won 40 straight games, defending state champs. Of course, they lose a ton of talent, but they also have Jaden Greathouse back. He's a 4-star Notre Dame commit, and this guy is just absolute fun to watch. He makes plays all over the field at wide receiver, so he's going to be really tough to stop all year. North Shore is loaded, the defending Division I state champs. Caleb Bailey is a sophomore. He's the real deal at quarterback. You also have Duncanville at 15. You have Katy coming in at 24. I mean, Katy is just one of those schools that has a rich history of just winning with Gary Joseph as their head coach. They have five titles. So, I mean, Texas is loaded. It's kind of an up for grabs year in the state of Texas, though. A lot of good teams in the state. We'll see who comes out as top team in the Lone Star State.
Well, we'd love to hear that. Up for grabs. That means it's going to be some competitive ball each and every week in the state of Texas. Zack, the only new team in the top 25 is Los Alamitos. What can you tell us about them? I know there are a couple of huge USC commits on that team.
Hey, 5-star Malachi Nelson, man. This dude, you can make a case he's the best player overall in high school football. Last week in their opener, the dude started the game, completed 14 of 15 passes for 345 and 5 tutties. He didn't even need to play the second half, but he's going to face a bigger test this week. You saw what American Heritage did last week. They went out to Georgia and smacked Lowndes 38-20, and 5-star Ohio State commit Brandon Ennis showed why he's arguably the best wide receiver in the country. Dude had 6 grabs for 200 plus, and the first play of the game went for a 65-yard touchdown. And then he topped it later. He straight up mossed the dude and housed it for another long score. This is going to be a get your popcorn ready game. This is my sleeper game of the week. I think this could very well be the best high school football game next weekend. You got Los Al coming at number 25, taking on American Heritage at number 19 Saturday. I'll bring my popcorn on Friday's show, so we're going to be ready, baby.
I was wondering where the popcorn's going to be. I guess it's coming up on Friday. Zack, but just tell us a little bit about, and Steve, you can jump in here too if you want, just how good this week is, because I know you are very, very excited about the games coming up this week.
Yeah, man. Hey, I told you before we jumped on here that, I've been working at MaxPreps for 9 years, and this is the best slate of high school football games I've seen all year. We get 4 MaxPreps top 25 games. You get California traveling out to Texas to play Allen in a stadium that holds 20,000 people. And that's just a handful of the games. There were about 15 other games any other week would be included in our MaxPreps top 10 games of the week, which is coming out on Wednesday, by the way, that weren't even considered to make the cut this week.
Zack Poff, Steve Montoya from MaxPreps breaking down the latest top 25 and the big games coming up this week. As you heard Zack say, the slate full of games, some of the best he's seen in the last decade. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Great to see you. The direct quote from Zack's email, by the way, was, "This week of games is going to be lit." And lit spelled with, I think it was like 7 or 8 I's in there. Now, for more on the MaxPreps Top 25, all the big games, all the players in high school football, you want to be checking out MaxPreps. Zack, Steve, and the entire team are doing the work week in and week out. Head over to MaxPreps.com to check it out.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.